The vision of the rising beasts. The revelation of Zenix Bwengo, the servant of Jesus Christ, which was shown unto him concerning the things that must shortly come to pass in the last days of the earth. For the Almighty lifted up my spirit in a dream of the night, and behold, the map of the nations of the world was laid out before me, and a great sign hovered in the heavens, reading, The Rising of Dictators in the World. And out of the chaos and turmoil of the earth, a great composite beast arose, possessing 4 distinct heads and the strength of many kingdoms, moving to conquer the lands. The first head was that of a lion, roaring with the voice of absolute imperial authority, demanding that all nations bow to its sovereignty. The second head was that of a rhinoceros, clad in impenetrable armor, charging forward to break all treaties, laws, and the peace of the world. The third head was that of a hyena, whose jaws opened in a mocking laugh as it spread deceit and fed upon the confusion of the masses. The fourth head was that of a honey badger, fierce and relentless, entering every corner to enforce an unyielding and bitter dominion. Chapter 2. The silence of the nations and the fall of law. And I looked, and behold, a gloved hand reached down from the heavens, guiding the movements of the beast, while giant golden fists burst upward from the soil of every land, declaring the total subjugation of the earth, and the ancient pillars of justice, the houses of law, and the great international bodies crumbled into dust. For the United Nations, the European Union, and all guardians of democracy ceased to work, and their decrees turned to scattered paper in the wind. And I saw many people were silent, without a word in their mouth, for a great terror fell upon all flesh, and men were afraid to look one another in the eyes. And a decree went forth from the beast. Everyone who spoke against these animals, or opened their mouth to defend freedom, human rights, and truth, were hunted down, killed, or cast into prison, and the liberty that men had known was stripped away, replaced by the iron chains of tyranny and the absolute control of the rulers of the age. Chapter 3. The great falling away and the remnant prayer. And there came upon the earth the prophecy of the great falling away, where many whose faith was built upon comfort stumbled and betrayed the truth, turning away from the commandments of God. Yet, amidst the darkness and the iron rule of the dictators, a remnant of faithful believers awakened across the nations. Some were gathered in the biting cold of winter coats, and others knelt in the warmth of their native lands, lifting their hands in deep and unceasing prayer. For they knew that human help had utterly failed, and that their only refuge was the Almighty God and the armor of His eternal kingdom. And above the vision, words of fire were written upon the sky, and concerning every matter spoken in the vision, it is appointed, and it shall come to pass. Blessed is he that reads, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.